Hi, welcome to day 16 of Vlogmas. It is the 16th of December. Not sure how that happened, but we are almost in that home stretch to Christmas. Wow. Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make lavender eye pillows. These are really easy. Great for that last minute gift. I make a whole bunch of them and then I have them on hand to give out. You know, you always need that last minute teacher gift, that neighbor drops by and you don't have anything for them. I always have some lavender eye pillows and people are always really appreciative of that. So keep watching and I'll show you how to make these. They're super easy. Okay, so what do I need to make eye pillows? You're going to need fabric. I just got this out of the remnant bin at Joann's. It was like maybe $1 and it's got Mickey ears. You're going to need lavender. This is a big huge bag. This is 1 pound. This is 1 pound of lavender. But I did go on Amazon and I priced it. You can get 4 ounces of lavender, which is plenty to make a whole bunch of eye pillows, for $8.95, and that is Amazon Prime. You will need flaxseed. And this is 3 pounds. I buy mine in bulk, of course. But you can get 24 ounces, which is about 1.5 pounds for $7.79, again on Amazon Prime. So that's what makes the eye pillows. What tools will you need? A pair of sewing scissors, a dowel, pins, and somewhere here, I can't even pick it up, is my needle and thread. Now, a sewing machine is nice too. You can sew the edges, but you can hand sew it all. Okay? So that's a choice that's up to you. You're going to want 2 9x5 squares. I use my quilting tools and a rotary cutter, but you can also just print out a 9x5 pattern on a piece of paper and use it to cut with your sewing scissors. It's that easy. Okay. Let's get to making. So you just need 2 9x5 rectangles to make your eye pillows. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put your eye pillows right side together and you're going to pin it up. Now this goes over your eyes like this, so the long ways. Okay, so this is the long edge and this is the short edge. I am going to highly suggest to you, because I have made a ton of eye pillows, pin it up. I put a pin in each corner. Now you can hand sew this, but if you do, you have to make really small stitches because you don't want your flaxseed or lavender seeping out between your seam. I always use a sewing machine, and I think I have mine set on 3. I don't know. I don't remember. It's a very small stitch. I'm going to suggest that you put a pin in each corner, and then you start to sew on the long end, leaving like a 1.5 to 2 inch gap. You start here and then you sew around, leaving the gap right there. Easy peasy. Let's get it done. And here we are back with it all. So I tried to put it in blue stitching so that you can see where it's stitched. That's about a 1/2 inch. I think I have it at a 1/2 inch. And you can see here I have my opening. I have back stitch here. So it's easy peasy. So now you have your rectangle. Now I have to find my sewing scissors. Cut off each corner without cutting the threads, okay? This makes it easier to turn because there's just a lot of bulk in there. And yep, I'm just letting that fall on the floor. Good thing I have to sweep later today, huh? It'll probably get caught up in a dog's fur first, because that's just the story of my life. Okay, so if you hand sew it, you can do the same thing. Just reinforce where you're going to turn it inside out so the stitches don't pull, and make sure your stitches are really kind of small so your lavender and flaxseed don't come spilling out. A lot of people, I looked up directions, and a lot of people put liners and then put covers. I'm just not that coordinated. Okay, so now I've already started doing it. You want to turn it right side too, so just bring it out through that end. And this, you know, don't pull on it because you don't want to rip your stitches and you don't want to rip your fabric. This is going to take a moment. But if you've made your little gap big enough, it should just kind of all seep through, maybe. We're working on it. Like I said, how was your weekend? Did you have a good weekend? Did you get all your Christmas shopping done? I am actually done. It's just amazing. Okay, so the house does not have a Christmas decoration in it other than my work table behind me. But I'm going to put the Christmas tree up this weekend, I promise. This weekend we actually are celebrating Christmas because my youngest daughter will be celebrating Christmas with her boyfriend's parents. Mom? Yeah. Okay. So now you have it. See, I told you, it takes a second. Just be patient. It looks a little wonky, doesn't it? Because I don't have the corners pushed out. Okay. I take a skewer, and this is the non-pointy end of the skewer. Because you need to be very careful. You don't want to poke out your stitches. Trust me, been there. And then just gently guide your corners. If you've sewn before, your old hat at this, because you always got to turn something inside out and push the corners out. Never fails. And there you have, oops, a dog fur, your rectangle. Now, I always take this and press it because it's kind of wrinkly where I was trying to throw it through, where I was trying to pull it through. So I always take a real quick iron to it, just because, especially the cotton. If you're making it out of satin or silk, it doesn't need it as much because it doesn't, but if you're making them out of cotton, which this is, take a real quick iron to that. So now I brought you over to my work table so you can see just a little bit better what I'm doing. This is just lavender and flaxseed from where I mixed it before. You're using food grade ingredients, so yeah, you can use your kitchen. It doesn't really matter. The ratio here is 1 lavender to 2 flaxseed. So 1 part lavender, 2 part flaxseed. So if I use half a cup of lavender, I want to use a cup of flaxseed. Flaxseed kind of gives it its weight. So, okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do half a cup lavender to 1 cup of flaxseed. So if you wanted to make more eye pillows, you could use 2 cups of lavender to 4 cups of flaxseed. So, okay, so I need a cup. Here's my handy dandy measuring cup. And again, you can just use your kitchen utensils because this is all food grade. You don't have to worry about it being toxic or anything. So there is my cup of flaxseed. And now I'm going to use half a cup of my lavender. This smells so good. Every time I get it out, it's just like, ooh, baby, I love lavender. That's just what it looks like. So we're going to use half a cup. And you could just use like plastic measuring cups for this. Use what you got. You don't have to get fancy. Okay, there, I'm at half a cup. I think I'm at a little bit more, but that's okay. This is not an exact science. Just dump it in there. And then just stir it up. And there you go. There is your flax. And it smells so very, very good. Here's my eye pillow. And then because I'm too cheap to actually use a funnel, I just use a piece of copy paper that I'm going to roll up. Is that going to work going from corner to corner? Probably not. And you just slide it into the corner, to the hole, and then you open it up. And you have your own easy peasy funnel. That's really easy to slide the flaxseed in there. Now, how much flaxseed and lavender are you going to put in here? You know, that's all personal taste. So let's just see. Just spoon it in the funnel and then just shake it down. This is why it's so much easier to do it on the end. If you leave the gap on the long in the middle, it's just, yeah, you got to fill up one end, then you got to kind of switch your eye pillow over and put it on the other end, and okay. So I think that's a pretty good weight right there. And that's about half of what I made up. Okay, now I'm just going to take a needle and thread and just whip stitch. So here's my needle and thread. Some people take a sewing machine and just do top stitch all the way around, and you could do that. You know, if you don't want to hand sew anything at all, feel free. Just make sure, like when you do this edge, shake all your flaxseed and lavender to this side, you do this edge, just, you know. But it only takes a few seconds. Well, okay. So it probably takes me longer than a few seconds. I probably exaggerated that. But it only takes a few minutes to, can I sew and talk at the same time? Probably not. Okay. And I am not one of those girls. Please don't tell my grandmother this. I do use knots when I sew. I also do the 3 stitches, but so you just want to, you know, just go in here and just small stitches and just sew this up. So here is your Mickey Ears eye pillow. They smell so good. And they're, like you saw, they're really, really easy to make. This one is cotton. Some people like the feel of the cotton on their skin. Some people like them to be satiny and silky. It all depends on who you're giving them to or gifting them to. And what you find in the remnant bin. I love the remnant bin. You can, yeah. So, and they're so versatile. Lavender is known as a stress reliever. It helps you sleep better. It's good for headaches. It's good for stress. It's good for a lot of things. Okay. What you can do with these, I do know that some people suggest microwaving it. I am not a fan of microwaving them, but you can put them in a Ziploc bag, seal it up nice and tight, and throw it in the freezer. When you find that you need one for a headache, you know, you take it out and you put it on your eyes. As it warms up to your body heat, the essential oils and the lavender buds will come out, and you can smell the lavender, and then you have the cold from the flaxseed from being in the freezer, and then you have the lavender essential oil. These are just great things. I have to make my kids multiples of these because they just get thrown. I find them in the strangest places around the house. Go figure. They're easy peasy to make. They are not that expensive, and they make a last great minute gift. So, eye pillows. And you can put Disney in them. So if you have that Disney fan that you made that Frozen dress for, and you have Frozen fabric left over, make them an eye pillow. This can be made with any type of fabric, so just use your imagination and use up those fabric scraps that you have. Go to the remnants at Joann's or Hobby Lobby, or where else do you buy fabric from nowadays? I don't know. And have fun with it. I hope that this has given you some ideas for last minute Christmas gifts. Please, if you like this content, please hit that subscribe button down below. Leave a comment. Do you like eye pillows? Would you like to find one of these in your Christmas stocking this year? I'd love to know. Until tomorrow, have a magical day. Bye.